Welcome back, everybody. It's the Nagger Grit podcast. I'm here today. I did a show last night, and I put it on, and we had some blunders. I ran out of my speakers, my mics, ran out of battery power. I'm new, so I'm learning. So I decided to do another show. I don't have Brad here. Sorry, Brad. We didn't get our full show on, but thanks for coming on. You did a great job. Love the Coyote segment. And don't worry, people. We're going to see more of Brad because Brad, just so you know, I didn't get to it, but he is our fantasy football correspondent for the Nagger Grit. So come draft time, he's going to come on. We're going to talk about rookies that were drafted that might help you out in fantasy football. So, yeah, we're going to go over all that stuff when he comes back. But I just wanted to say sorry. Hey, man, we all make mistakes, right? It's not fun. So I'm going to come on today and do a little show, probably about 30 minutes. I don't really want to spend a lot of time. But, man, the presser today. That's what we're going to go over first. I'm telling you something stinks. And as the old saying goes, I believe the fish rots from the top of the head. And that's what's happening here in Buffalo, I think. I'm a little nervous. I'm the biggest Bills fan you know. Ask anybody. I love this team. After watching that presser today, if they had already dug themselves a deep hole, right? They didn't do anything to help them dig out of it. They dug it deeper. I mean, they're halfway to goddamn China by now. I mean, I'm going to go over some stuff, but Jesus. As I sit here and I just think, I thought I was kind of excited for this presser today to see what they're going to talk about. And I was, happy about it. But after I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to go over it in a second. First off, I want to say hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit it. Helps me build up the program. Helps the show. Hit the like every time you watch. All that stuff helps me out. I'm just having fun with this right now. I want to thank my one sponsor, Total Fence. Always there for us. And with that, let's get on with this smaller show, I hope. I hope I'm done in 30 minutes. I'm going to go over the Bills presser, and I'm going to add some Sabres stuff on there too. So, but again, apologize for the show that I posted last night. Didn't go over well. Not happy about it. Okay? But hey, like I said, we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. A little Coca-Cola today. But so with that said, let's get into this presser, man. I'm going to go over 7 things that I found online here that I want to talk about. So Pagula said he fired McDermott because he felt the team hit that proverbial playoff wall. Okay? Walked into the locker room, said some stuff. So here's the exact moment. This is his quote. Okay, I'm going to read his quote. My decision to bring in a new coach was based on the results of our game in Denver. I want to take you into the locker room after the game. I don't buy it. Okay? That decision was made long time ago. That Vic Carucci come out with, they had a meeting 5 weeks ago. Dermott told him he wasn't happy with the roster. I mean, we all know. You question upper management, you're out. You're probably going to be out the door, no matter what you say, even if you're right. That's what it is. You can't question upper management. You just can't do it. That's what happens, and I think that's what happened here. So it's just it's surprising to me because NFL owners never pinpoint the moment, and he did that there. He said he fired him on the spot, and it was impacted. His decision was impacted by Josh Allen crying in the locker room, not at the presser. He was still crying at the presser. Okay? I love Josh. We all love Josh. I wouldn't want any other quarterback in the league. He's the best quarterback in the league. We all know that. I will say something, though, about the crying. It broke my heart. Let's be honest. It broke all our hearts seeing that. You got to think about it, man. You got Dan Marino, Jim Kelly. They never won a Super Bowl. All the year, they were great players. They may have cried when they were retired. They didn't cry when they lost Super Bowl. I know he cares. I know we're different league now, a different world. There's a lot of a different kind of culture now, but still, I mean, there's enough's enough. Come on, be a man up there. You lost, you messed up. I think he was crying for other reasons. I think he knew coach was gone. And I'm telling you, I still think they got rid of the wrong guy. I mean, we could all say that. That was not a McDermott fan. There's a lot of times I sat up in that stadium on game day, say, we got to get rid of McDermott. What's he doing? What's he calling a timeout now? What? I was one of them guys. I probably still would have been if he was here next year. But this is a little off the wall, man. I'm telling you. So he says he was impacted by Josh crying. So this is what he says. He went into the locker room, saw Josh Allen crying after the loss to the Broncos. Pegula told him, Josh, that was a catch. Allen said, Allen didn't even acknowledge me. Didn't even acknowledge me. Just looks down crying. Another lie, I think, man. Sal from GR, he says it. That was the worst locker room he's ever seen. Like it was like bad. But I mean, I just can't buy these comments by our owner, man. I mean, holy cow. He jumps. I gotta go to the next one. So this is what he says, okay? This comes from a quote from him. All right. Yes, I'm reading off this because it's a big quote. I can't memorize all this stuff. So he says, I looked around. The first thing I noticed was our quarterback with his head down crying. I looked at all the other players. I looked at their faces, our coaches. I walked over to Josh. He didn't even acknowledge I was there. He just sat there sobbing. He was listless. He had given everything he had to try to win that game. And looking around, so did all the other players on the team. I saw the pain in Josh's face at his presser, and I felt his pain. I know we can do better. I know we can do better, and I know we will get better. That's his quote. That's how you kind of opened up the presser today. And why it's surprising. Okay, Josh Allen wiped away tears behind the podium in his post-game press conference after losing to the Broncos. Pegula was impacted by seeing Allen at his most valuable minutes before, and it underscored Allen's pain. Not just the loss, but factored into the decision to make a change to get over the hump. And that change, according to Pegula, that right there, at that moment, he said, I am firing. I made a decision in my head that I was going to fire Coach McDermott. Bullshit. I don't care if I swear. That's a downright lie. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Come on. At least don't lie to us, man. Man, I am fired up about this. I love my football team, but I'm telling you right now, this could turn in, I hope I'm wrong. This could turn into a really big dumpster fire. And if it does, we see what we went through for the last 20 years before Josh came. Josh changed this team. So did the coach McDermott. He brought culture in here. That culture's gone. Half these players are going to be gone. We see the tweets. These players love coach. And for them to come out and say stuff like this, we're going to get into more of this press conference too. I'm fired up, boys. So basically, I'm going to go to number 4 reason. We're going to jump something here. We all love this one. Pegula says, coaches, not Brandon Beane, to push draft Keon Coleman. Wasn't it Brandon Beane at the combine saying, wow, he ran slow on that 40. That's going to get a chance for us to draft him quicker. And poor Keon Coleman. I mean, if he was does he even want to be on the team anyways now after this? I mean, the owner just blatantly came out and said, well, I didn't want him. The owner said he did not want him. The owner. Terry Pegula did not want Keon Coleman, yet Brandon Beane drafted him. Whether the coaches or not, Brandon Beane's your GM. He drafted him. If the owner's saying he don't want him, you got to make a decision there. You're the GM. I don't think it was the coaches. I think it was Beane's decision all along to draft Keon Coleman. He drafted one receiver in the last 6-7 years he is a top 100 receiver. I mean, come on, guys. I'm struggling with this presser, man. I'm telling you. Let me get to number 5. Okay. We're going to go to Bean. Bean gets emotional defending his integrity. Okay. This is a tweet from my sports update, someone I follow. He says, Bills GM Brandon Beane gave a very passionate answer to people accusing him of winning a power play over Sean McDermott. That's hurtful to hear. That I would love for anyone making that accusation to walk in these doors and ask any player, coach, or trainer if those are true. Do you think the players are going to say, oh, yeah, that's true? Some of them might. So that's going to get very interesting. I think you may see it. Another thing with that, here's another one. Bill's owner, Terry Pegula, was asked if he's so adamant that officiating messed them over. That's why he fired Sean McDermott. His response, I did not fire a coach based on a bad officiating decision. I felt like we hit the pivotal playoff wall, 13 seconds, missed field goals to catch. Man, did he like really come to that conclusion in the locker room and said, I got to get rid of him? No, yeah. You didn't get rid of him. You're right, Mr. Pegula. You didn't get rid of him because he missed a bad officiating. Yeah, you didn't fire him because of that. We know you did it. You fired him. Your mind was made up 5 weeks ago after that emergency meeting. We know that. As fans, we know that. So don't lie to us. Yeah, you saved the Bills. You saved the Sabres from staying here. You did your part. As far as I'm concerned, sell the goddamn teams now. The Bills can't leave for 30 years. Sell them. Because how can we even trust this guy right now? The owner. You can't. And Brandon Beane is a power struggle. He wants the power. Why do you think he probably went into the office? He wants to be the vice president of football operations. I want to be a general manager. And then the bullshit that he says, oh, Josh Allen didn't know I was firing McDermott. He never knew. We chatted after, and I don't want to say what he said about it. Well, why not? Why not? Because there's a reason why not. I don't think Josh is happy with the decision. And if he had no part in that decision, now you're going to make him the only player on the team that's going to be involved on hiring the new head coach of this team. Something stinks here in Buffalo. Telling you, this is not good. People, this is not good. I'm a season ticket holder. I did the PSLs. We're 30 more years. I'll be dead by then, but well, maybe not. Maybe I'll be 90 years old and I'm still going to Bills games. Who knows? But I'll tell you right now, this is bad. And for our owner to be doing this to us is not good. Brandon Beane. People can disagree with draft picks I made, or players I signed, or say I screwed up the wide receivers, whatever it is. But those are harmful things. I walk in the door and my wife's got tears coming down her face from stuff like that. For someone to question my character like that is bullshit. Well, Brandon, you do it to yourself, buddy. 6. Players found out about McDermott's firing through the media. We had an exit team meeting like we do every season the day after. So on Sunday, Terry's decision came on Monday. Or that's when we were informed of his decision. So right there, he's second guessing himself. Right there, he admits that he already knew. His decision didn't come Monday. Terry's decision came on Sunday. Oh, we were informed on Monday. Bullshit. I call bullshit. You want to say bullshit, Brandon? I say bullshit. Bullshit. Poo-poo. You know, like that little thing you see with the little baby. Oh, bullshit. Oh, bullshit. Yeah, bullshit. I don't care what he says. If you see the reaction by players on social media being so raw with several players sounded blindsided. It could be the case. A lot of them didn't know. I agree, but I think some certain players did. Number 17 knew. I'm telling you right now. Josh Allen knew. I don't care what they say. And why haven't we heard from Josh since then? Pagula explains why he's been absent. I'll give him a throw on this one. And, you know, his wife's been sick. Been very traumatic for him and his family. He says his daughters played tennis for 3 years. She's the number 3 and then Nate in the country, and he can't watch her because of the issues with his family. I'll give him a pass on that. Family stuff, you know, you got PFLs at other places, whatever, personal family leave. I'll give him a pass on that, but it's nothing new with him. It doesn't bother me that he's around once a year. What bothers me is the lies. And we're being lied to, people. I'm telling you right now, more of this is going to come out. I thought I had something on here because I wanted to talk about this too. Let's go to this section right here. Hold on. Typing it in. I'm going to say something real funny. It's not really funny, and that's what I'm going to end this one on. Because it's kind of funny. It's not funny. It's from the presser. And it's kind of what the presser opened up to. Let me see if I can find it out here. Okay, here we go. Just got to load up and so he opened the presser. I'm sorry without talking here because I'm trying to find this. How he opens the presser with the it's not on here. Why would you not put it on there and then you said it was? All right, here it is. He opens this press conference, right? And he looks around at all the people in the room, and he's looking there. He's at the podium. He takes a sip of his water, Coca-Cola Classic, and he says, "Can anyone tell me what these numbers are? 523 2226." I thought he was talking about the goddamn song at first. You know that the number they give on a song. I don't even know. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. The stupid number on the song. That's what I thought he was talking about. And everybody's like, "What the hell? I don't know what that means. What do the numbers mean? What do the numbers mean according to Terry Pagula?" They meant those were our playoff seedings, and it wasn't good enough, basically. And that's what I think they meant. People, I really think we're being lied to. Anyone else could think what they want. There's going to be, you know, struggle pull here, but there's a power pull there. I don't care what anyone says. Kareem McDermott and Bean. I wasn't a huge fan of McDermott, but this is bad. And I'm going to end it with that because, like I said, I don't want to do a real long podcast tonight. I did one yesterday, screwed up with the volume, and now I got this one going on. So with that, I'm going to end this Bills talk, and we're going to go into some Sabres talk, okay? We haven't been able to really talk about the Sabres, so much going on with the Bills. We lost Norris to an upper body injury, and now we got Lyon back. I think we're going to get that trade I was talking about on another podcast pretty soon because we got 3 goalies. We got to trade one of them. You also got Levi down in the minors. He's probably ready to come up. You might have to trade 2 goalies, to be honest. By the end of the year, we may have 2 less goalies on this team. But that's what we're going to get into. We're going to get into some Sabre stuff. First, again, once again, as we go, after I go into another segment's over, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Total Offense, for everything you do for the Niagara Grip podcast. It's appreciated 100%. He's going to bring us in some equipment. We're going to get better equipment going. We won't have this mic flaw again like we had last night. Embarrassing. Still embarrassing. Completely embarrassing to me. I was pretty upset about it. But there's nothing I could – there was stuff I could do. I could have cut the whole show in half or just played the hunting part, but I don't want to. We make mistakes, so I just put it on and let it go. Not good. Probably wouldn't do that ever again. But anyways, yeah, so thank you, Total Offense, for everything you do for the Niagara Grip podcast. Also, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and the like button. Always like that. And with that, we're going to get into the Sabres game last night. Good game. They come out and won 5-3. And, man, what a first period explosion from the kid line. That's what they're calling it, the kid line. Man, I am excited again about this team. You know how I know I'm excited? I'm watching the Canadiens last night. Cole Caulfield scored with 12 seconds left. I was pissed off. Because we're chasing them. I'm like, man, 12 seconds. Even with the overtime they lost, we would have gained another point. We're watching other games again. I haven't watched hockey like this in a while. So I'm pretty excited about it. There's a late start last night for me, 8 o'clock. Listen, man, I start work at 4 a.m. I don't get out. Like today, I didn't get out till 3 o'clock. Sometimes I don't get out till 5. I don't have a lot of time to do this. So I kind of push it. That's why I'm surprised I'm even doing another show. I'm going to do this show. I'm going to get it put up there so people can see it. And then we're going to go into, I won't do another show next week sometime. But, but the Sabres had a dominant opening period. They jumped up to a 3-0 lead. And, man, did that line look good all night. They were just throwing. Noah Alston scored twice in the period. Consta Hemelius got his first goal tonight. Hemelius, he also had 2 assists on Oslin's goals. I'm going to mess up some last names. That's what Arbo does. He messes up last names. He's not the greatest speaker. I can tell you that right now. You can tell me that because you've been watching me now for 4. This is the 4th episode, basically, all right? But I'm going to mess up some names. But, hey, go Sabres, man. So, yeah, that was a good third period. According to one recap, Helenis was a +2 in 15 minutes of ice time. 15 minutes of ice time for a rookie. You got to love it, man. This kid line, I know it's only been one game, but they look pretty damn good, that line. Let's see what happens tomorrow night. It's going to be a third game and a 4th night. Hopefully the Sabres can come on top again. We'll see. But, yeah, it was pretty good. So I'll say, let me get what I got written down here. The middle frame and the turning point of the games, Tage Thompson added another goal early in the second. And then we kind of hit a little flaw. This team's been doing that. It kind of scares me. I ain't going to lie. Kind of scares me. I just don't like it. I don't like getting these leads and then struggling to hold them in the end. I don't know if it's our defense. I don't know if it's the players. I don't know what's going on there. It's happened a lot lately. But the good thing is we've come out on top. Where years past, we weren't coming out on top. So, I mean, that's the good thing about it. So, yeah, Nashville battered back. And guess who won the goals? Ryan O'Reilly. Yes, he's still around, folks. Ryan O'Reilly is still around, man. He was the best face-off guy I think we ever had. I remember they got rid of him. That's when, man, this downfall's been a long time. Long time since we were in the playoffs. Forsberg also scored for the Predators. They got within, I think it was 4-2, maybe 4-3. So, and I'm telling you, the pressure came on for the Predators. Mid-game, they really put the pressure on us. But that kid line, they kept coming up with some pressures too, man. I'm telling you, they were the best line of the whole game. Anybody. This wasn't the first period. They may have not scored after the first period, but they had chances. So, we'll go, yeah, that's what we're there with that. I keep forgetting that this thing doesn't touch screen anymore. Key performances of the game. Of course, we got Helenis. He had an assist. He had his first goal. It was a big momentum spark for the team. You could see it on the bench. You could see it on the players, the smiles, the laughter from the veterans like Tuck. And they love it to see these young kids do it. It's happened a lot this year, actually. And I think that's what these young kids are turning the team around. Oh, God. It's Kevin Adams' team, man. He drafted this team. He put this team together. It's kind of scary if you think about it. But he's gone. And I think we got a good GM, and we're gonna see great things from this GM. And I think you're gonna see a trade. Telling you, Lyon returning from injury, he made some big saves down the stretch too, man. I'm telling you, I like this Lyon. I think he's our starting goalie. I really do. I think we could trade Uka because these other two goalies are promising. Yeah, Levi down, and plus the other kid that's been playing pretty well. But I think you're going to trade one of them. I hope it's not Lyon. That was before the Christmas break. That was the trade talks. Let's hope it's not, because I think he could bring us into the playoffs. I don't know if we'll get past the first round. If the playoffs were to end today, we'd be playing Carolina. If the regular season ended right now, we would be in the playoffs. We'd be playing Carolina. It'd be a boring series. We know how Carolina plays. We've seen them the other night. We lost 2-1. Great goaltending. They're best in the league right now. I'm telling you right now, I don't think we'd get swept. But it'd probably be like 4-1 series. But you never know. It is the NHL. Things could happen. But still, we got time. We don't got to end as the 8th seed. We can move up in the ranks here. With the way this team's playing, we could really move up. I'm excited. If you can't tell, I'm a lot more excited than that goddamn Bills situation over there. Jesus. I'm going to have nightmares on this press conference tonight. I only got half of what I wanted to talk in. Like I said, because I worked so early, I didn't get to do a lot of research. I listened to bits and pieces on the radio because I'm a driver. I drive a truck. I got to get out of that truck, so I miss a lot of stuff. So, yeah, I'm not actually a CDL driver, though. Don't get it twisted. No CDL driving for me. So, yeah, the Predators push, man, with O'Reilly's two goals from O'Reilly, Forsberg. But I think, remember, I forget who it was in the past would always score empty net goals all the time. Was this Satan? I don't know. Put it on chat, on the comments, if anyone can remember. Come on, Brian Leanhouse. I know you remember. Who's the one player who would just kill for those open net? He like just dig for them like that. That net was empty. He skated the hardest he skated all game. I'm either asking Brian Leanhouse or Tyler Leanhouse to tell me who it was, because I forgot who it was. I really did. But with that said, the new guy is Peyton Krebs, man. He's starting to score a lot of empty netters, and he digs for those goals, man. He's a scrappy little player, and he got one last night to end the game. So what does that mean going forward? We find offense from youth and veterans alike right now, and I like it, man. This team has got me excited. So we are climbing in the Atlantic Division. We're building confidence on the road games too. You remember earlier in the season, we were playing very well at home. I don't got the records in front of me, but we were playing very well at home, but we couldn't win a fucking game on the road. We did everything. Sorry for the language, but we couldn't win a game on the road. We were like something like 0-8 in the first 8 games on the road. And that's probably what got Adams fired. Remember that West Coast swing? It was a 6-game road trip. We started 0-3. Adams gets fired. They win the last 3 of that West Coast road trip. Since then, we haven't looked back. I ended up going on a 10-game win streak. We almost, oh my God, this team's playing well, and I'm happy. I'm excited, man. So that's a big win for Buffalo. They can build on that and join it and see where it goes. Right now, we play tomorrow night. Trying to figure out who we play tomorrow night. Because I'm getting ready to end the podcast here. Let me give you we're going to see who we play tomorrow night. And after that, I'm going to give you my Super Bowl picks that I forgot. The last podcast, well, I actually gave them, but oh my God, tomorrow night is the Montreal Canadiens. How could I forget that one? Huge game for the Buffalo Sabres. Huge for the Montreal Canadiens. It's going to be a barn burner, and we'll talk about it come Monday. I'll let 2 games or 3 games go through, and I'll come on and we'll talk the AFC NFC Championship, and then we'll talk about Sabres, Canadiens, and the next 2 games this week, and we'll go with that. But this team is climbing the ranks. I like them. I hope we keep going. It's getting excited in Buffalo, and it's getting scary in Buffalo. The football team's giving us cramps. The hockey team's putting us up above. It's a little change in the momentum here. It was the other way around for so long. But with that said, I'm going to go into my Super Bowl picks. We got New England playing Denver. New England, I said it before, folks, easiest trip to the Super Bowl. If they don't get in, past Denver with a backup quarterback in the AFC Championship game. You can thank the Buffalo Bills. They broke his damn ankle second to last play of the game. But, man, they had all season long. You had Collins, Nico Collins getting out of the game. I think you seen this last podcast. I don't know if I got this far before the volume went out, audio went out. Thank God it ain't going out tonight. I still see it's working. Always watch those freaking lights on that thing because that's what happened is the mics went out. But anyways, in this game, I got to go with New England. I don't want to, but who else are you going to pick? I'm not rooting for them. Trust me. I am not rooting for the New England Patriots. No way in hell. And then we have the NFC Championship, which is, to me, is the Super Bowl. And whoever wins this game is the Super Bowl champions. And the Super Bowl is going to be very boring this year. I think it's going to be a blowout. We haven't had a bad one. I remember one year, team won like 52-3 or 50. I'm not talking about the Bills, Raiders. Talking about something else. A long time ago, it was a real bad blowout. It was the boringest Super Bowl ever. Not talking about the Bills, Cowboys, neither. Let's not get into that bad one. But it's going to be a game like that, honestly. I really think the Super Bowl is going to be like that. But I truthfully think Seattle's going to get by St. Louis. So my Super Bowl picks is going to be Seattle from the NFC, New England from the AFC for championship games. And next podcast, I'll go over who I like in that game, which we already know. I already said it. And I'll just get some more stats on it. But that's my picks, man. That's Nair Grit's picks. So we're about 30 minutes in, 32 minutes in. Like I said, I was going to end it with that, about 30 minutes on this podcast. Thanks for coming and listening. Anyone that keeps listening, please keep listening. Tell your friends, tell your family members. I'm on Facebook. I'm going to be on Twitter. I got an email out. It's the Niagara Grit 75 at 8. No, the Niagara Grit 75 at gmail.com. Yeah, anyone ever wants to come on the show and talk, come on the show with me local here in Niagara Falls or anywhere in Western New York, hit me up on that email or hit me up in the comments on here. I'll answer them. Still looking for a pizza sponsor too. Pizzeria's watching this and they want to sponsor me. All I'm asking for is 12 large pizzas for the year. So each month I could give away to a listener or even someone on the show. We're going to get some T-shirts made up. If you come on the show, you're going to get a T-shirt. Brad, you got one coming as soon as I get them made. That's Bradley Weber, our Coyote, and our fantasy football correspondent, Bradley Weber. He'll be back on. I still got to get Total Fence on here with Marky, talk about his deer he shot on his property in Springville. We'll talk a lot about his property on Springville and a little bit about crossbows or compound bows. I kind of want to get Jason on here too, Jason Davidson, if you're listening. I'd like to get you on here one day talking about how you like your crossbow compared to the compound. I'm open for discussion. You all know that. But with that said, I'm going to end it. This is a Niagara Grit. I'm Rob Robertowski, and I'll see you next time when we get gritty. See you later, boys and girls.